From one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 54, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the defending Super Bowl champions, the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. 18, watch out.
First carry of the game for Christian. And right away, he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. It's Brashard Smith. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Yellow. I go on.
They keep it with Smith on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The Chiefs at 500 now, 4-4 on the year. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Yellow. Hey, 43. 40.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. That one caught by Rice. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashee Rice, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year? A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Talk about this Chiefs defense. Against the pass, they're toward the middle of the league, number 15 in the NFL.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Purdy from the gun on third down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Purdy looking to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Yellow. What's that?
A first down carry for Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. On the tackle, it was the West Virginia man, Kaiser White. 2nd and 9 from the 44. Now Mahomes. It'll be caught by Rice. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Hey, 57, 57.
Now here's Mahomes. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Hey, 43, 43, 15.
Here's Mahomes to throw. He'll drop this off to Pacheco. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
Hey, Ripley, Ripley. Yellow. Come back.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Chiefs take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Chiefs defense. This unit third best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. Remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Jones. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Throwing, Jones. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it, but it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop him before he could get to the marker.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Got his man, and that's the rookie 4th-round pick. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. They'll look to throw again. Kittle catching the slant. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
From the 22, Jones. It's incomplete. That would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. On 4th down, Jones. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team.
through the middle of the field. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
And the 49er first down. A gain of 21 yards. And the 49er first down.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
The Chiefs take over first and 10.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner. And with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. He pulled that pick in early, and it shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38-yard line.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Rashee Rice with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, move it deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here Jones gets it out quickly, complete. So no gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch. And most offenses make a living off of yards after catches. Hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. James is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
On the ground, it's James. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers are able to cut into that deficit. That seemed like a much-needed touchdown after 21 unanswered points to start the game.
It's not often that you equate a football game to a golf tournament, but it's like you don't want to shoot yourself out of the tournament too early. So they needed that touchdown to make sure that they got an opportunity to not just get back into this game, but a chance to win it later if they continue to play well.
Extra point right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
At the 39-yard line.
Color. Hey, yo, hey, go. Fight on these two.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Gonna look deep here for Pacheco. And this one is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
Hey, 57. I go Willie. Yellow.
Mahomes gonna throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go up. Easy. Hey, Ripley's.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Butker's kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half.
49ers 7.
Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Yellow.
We'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Hey, 43. Hero 15.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now he's going to step up and run. Call it a loss of 16 there. And that'll bring up a third down and very long. So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Yellow. Hey, 57.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Bosa. 2 plays in a row now that he has gotten in there for the sack, and it brings up fourth down. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 54 yards on the punt, 12 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. The defensive line made pretty easy work of the offensive line that time.
And people get tired of the cliche that the battle is won in the trenches. But it's a cliche because it's true. And how about the battle right there? One on the edge, and the ball carrier did not benefit.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to Pearsall. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And not much happening on the return as they'll get this to about the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 1. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Oh, and that's kind of how it's gone for him so far. That was a ball they need to get back in this game. A quick strike, a big play. But he led his guy too far, and it winds up over his head.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. again, he'll drop to throw. He's got his running back out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, 57 yards. And the 49ers get a bit closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Got an open man. It's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
At the 49-yard line.
From the shotgun, they run with Smith. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Well, there's something we haven't seen much of in this game. A really nice run. Do they decide to come back with it? Or was that just a little flash, and maybe they continue to try and throw the ball?
A give right side for Pacheco. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he takes us into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is now 24.
49ers 14. Harrison Butker.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And now a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, 49ers. Christian McCaffrey, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it.
Score, Chiefs 38, 49ers 20.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Here's Mahomes to throw. fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead is knocked harmlessly to the turf.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Man open left side. It's his running back with him. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow, yellow. Hey, 15. Hey, 57 color.
Now here's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, yellow, go gun. Hero 15. Yellow.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Smith. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Rashard Smith, 42 yards. And the Chiefs are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Butker now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Makes the score Chiefs 45, 49ers 20.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run, sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. Good move. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And the pressure gets to McCaffrey as they stop him short of the line to gain.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
60 by 6.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Jones. Right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. McCaffrey running up the middle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to it quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. And now, obviously, gets by him, and now a little daylight. He may go. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to, because as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to gain every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. 2nd and 6. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Throwing, Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 34-yard line.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that,
He often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Back to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. And he is going to have a Niners first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yards.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
First and goal, San Francisco.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Kansas City, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.